This video today in UnGym Yourself is for true beginners. If you're not a true beginner, if you can do a push-up, you can do a lunge, please go watch one of my other videos because that's going to be speaking more to your needs. Today, this is for beginners only. How you doing, folks? Howard Scorer here from UnGym Yourself. Click on the link below to subscribe to get all the information you're ever going to need on working out without a gym. This is truly completely dedicated to people that are just starting to work out, don't have a gym, are fed up or ready to get started, but don't want to do anything stupid. And believe me, there's plenty of stupid things you can do as a beginner. I've done all of them. One of the things I've noticed on YouTube is that there's a different operational definition of what a beginner workout is. Some of the beginner workouts I've seen are way too difficult for people who are truly beginners. So what we have to do to make this workable is to define what a beginner is. So we're defining a beginner as somebody who can't do a lot of push-ups, or can't even do one push-up, or can't even do a lunge without either having some kind of imbalance or neuromuscular firing issue where they're going to train the wrong things anyway. A lot of the ways people get hurt in the gym when they do exercises that are more advanced than your neuromuscular system can adapt to. So it's not that you're never going to be able to do a push-up. It's not that you're never going to be able to do a lunge. It's that you need to work up to it, just like anything in life. But when it comes to exercise, people always think more is better. So, first thing I want to say is, if you're beginning and you hate working out, I don't blame you. The truth of the matter is 80% of Americans do not get enough daily exercise. You can be a beginner because you're rehabbing from an injury. You can be a beginner because you're obese. You can be a beginner because you don't like working out. I don't really care why you're a beginner. The point is for you to have a positive experience so that you even just make this a habit a couple of times a week. So I recommend, if you're just starting out, to follow along with this video a couple of times a week till you get to the point where you're able to do a push-up, where you're able to do a lunge, where you're able to do a squat. So what I'm going to do today with you is show you a couple of movements that are super easy but will help you build your confidence to eventually get to a push-up, or get to a lunge, or get to a full range squat. But today we're just going to do kind of little sampler plates of what the pre-moves of these would look like. So the other thing I want you to keep in mind is everything I'm going to do with you is a compound movement, meaning it is a movement that works multiple joints. And that's another thing you want to keep in mind, especially if you're trying to burn calories or lose weight in exercise, is you'll see people on YouTube doing bicep curls and doing these single jointed moves. And that's great if you're trying to get big muscles, nothing wrong with that. But if you're just trying to create an efficient calorie burn, you always want to go for compound movements that are totally essential and necessary to eventually have a good functional workout plan. So we're going to go through those movements. I'm going to give you a very quick example of that movement, and if for whatever reason, if it's an injury, if it's obesity, if it's just the fact that you're deconditioned, whatever the reason is I'm going to give you some easy solutions to work up to it. Do not do these movements if you think they're too challenging. There's nothing better than taking a step back, doing the modified versions, and then a couple of weeks from now, realizing you have more strength. It's much better than doing something you're unable to do, hurting yourself, discouraging yourself, and not moving forward. Make sense? Despite what some people say, you have to be able to do a deep squat. It's essential. If you are unable to get down into a deep squat position like this, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you some solutions so eventually we can work up to this. This is called a breathing squat. It's different from the standard squat you're going to see on YouTube because it's a moving meditation. It's supposed to be an exercise that actually energizes you, that provides energy to you. As you descend, you exhale all your air out. You take a deep breath in as you stand. You match the rhythm of the squat to your breathing. If you can't go down this far, don't worry about it. I'm about to show you a modification. If this is comfortable for you, keep going. So this would be the modification, which would be to find some kind of bench or chair where you can just sit down like you normally would in your daily life. The only thing you're going to do different is you're going to focus on your breathing. You're going to turn this into a moving meditation, and you're going to do it for 1 minute. And what you're going to do is take a deep breath in Exhale your air as you go down, and then inhale air as you stand. Match your breathing to the squat. The next primal move is a push. For the purposes of simplicity today, we're just going to focus on a push-up. A standard push-up is also a compound move that involves a great deal of neuromuscular control, in that you have to, get into a plank position. It involves you holding up your entire body weight, which if you weigh more than 250 pounds may be complex or difficult. So the point is what do you do if you can't do a push-up? Find some modifications and know that someday you're going to be able to do a push-up. The first modification you can do if you can't do a full push-up is to do a knees bent push-up, which will significantly reduce the amount of body weight you're pushing. So this is the first option. If this is still too challenging, don't worry about it. I have another modification. Okay, and if that's too hard, there's something even easier. So if that first modification doesn't work, then the other option is a wall push-up, which is even less body weight that you have to support. So once again, we're still doing a push-up. Functionally, this is the exact same thing as doing a push-up. It's just modified for people that are working up to a full body push-up. So once again, this is a great alternative to push-ups until you get to the point where you can do a full body push-up. The reason why the lunge is so essential, it puts the back hip into extension. The reason why that's important is because most of us are sitting all day and shutting down our glutes. And what this does is it stretches our very tight quads and it activates the glutes. Unfortunately, most of us are so deconditioned from sitting all day, it's very difficult to immediately jump into a lunge. So the modification is this. You can use this as a stretch or as an exercise. And what it is it's called a bench lunge. All you're doing is the exact same movement of a lunge in slow motion, so that you are putting the back hip into extension and you're also stretching the leg. This is the exact same movement you would do with a lunge. It just has a great deal less impact than the standard lunge. As you get more advanced, that lunge thing I showed you can serve as a nice warm-up or as a stretch. But in the beginning, if you just do that for the first couple of weeks, what you're going to do is teach your body, teach your nervous system the actual lunge movement. So when you actually go to do lunges, it's going to feel more natural. It's not going to feel as weird. If you were able to do these exercises more than you thought, congratulations. You're actually less of a beginner than you thought. So watch some of the other videos and try some of the other workouts. So if you found this workout relatively challenging, or you realize that you need to master one or all of these moves, then congratulations. You're exactly where you need to be. Do this workout a couple of times a week, and then after 2 or 3 weeks, you would then retest yourself and see how many push-ups you can do, see how many deeper squats you can do, and then transition to one of my other workout videos. Anyway, folks, hope you found today helpful. If you did, please click on the subscribe link for weekly workouts and updates on UnGym Yourself. Go to my website, UnGym Yourself, to get my free UnGym Yourself ebook, which will show you how to design a kick-ass UnGym Yourself workout. Thanks, folks. Have a good day.